Um, First of all, I want to say thank you to those who have been subscribing to my YouTube channel. I also want to make it, please don't forget to subscribe, click on the notification button to get all videos that has to do with me, that has to do with my YouTube channel. I was just going through a speech that was given by the president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, in relation to the crisis, global crisis that the world is presently facing, not only in Africa, but it's a global crisis in relation to the oil, which has to do with the stormy moment Ukrainian and the Russian people are presently into. You know, let me try to read out the speech so that people can get the sweet words of this man. Well, Kagame is really a true leader, a leader that stands for his people, a leader that is always available to see that he gives the most important thing, that he gives things that he gives his people the assurance about life, the assurance that he is always around them, the assurance that he is a leader that is ready to see change in his own country. In times like, I'm reading now this page, in times like now, it is our responsibility to caution lives of our people by ensuring that life is cheap for them. Our decision to reduce the cost of fuel is premised in our commitment as leaders to serve people and save them from misery, especially for things they have no control of. Therefore, I want to assure the people of Rwanda that although the tension between Russia and Ukraine has overbearing effects on global oil prices, your government stands with you. By this, we have taken a route that some may not understand, but posterity will vindicate why we have to subsidize fear. How sweeter the speech of this man is. While I was just reading his speech, it's so sweet, like a honeycomb. How many leaders, African, this, it's not about like we depending on everything. This dependency syndrome, this is one thing that has been affecting us for a while. This is not the first time I've been following Kagame, a lot of his issues. There was a time also on TED, I was also listening to something. I was doing a presentation. He's one of the most determined leaders that we should reckon on. He's a very determined man who has a fixed mindset to see that he elevates his people. And I believe some of us, if only we could still remember the genocide war in Rwanda some years back. But this man took Rwandans from a lower level to a level which all of them there. You go to Rwanda, you see clean streets. All the places are nice. But Kagame is an exemplary to African leaders. Where are our African leaders? What are we doing? What are they doing? Our African leaders. What are they doing? Begin to follow the footsteps of Paul Kagame at a crisis moment like this. The crisis is not only in Africa, but I want to concentrate this present presentation in countries that are in Africa. We really need to think about a way. We should not only depend on Europe all the time in the West world. We should think about a way that we should think as an Africans to bring a change in our own land. Dependency syndrome that everything should come from the You hear that everything should come from the westward. This is not the time. Africans, we have lot of things. We have the powers, we have the intelligence. It is only for us to sit and think wisely what to do. Our leaders are there, but they don't care. They know what people are facing. But look at this man. Because he cares about his people, because he loves his people, he loves his country. That's Rwanda. You know. So I just thought if that there is a need for me really like just to look at the speech of this man. When I was reading it, I was just feeling so much comfort. So much comfortable. You know. The country where I came from, that's Sierra Leone, you know, um, I've been just now. I was actually discussing with a friend the same grumble about fuel crisis, fuel crisis. I told her clearly, I said, this is a global crisis. You know, it's not only you, but we are also facing the pressure where I am presently staying. You know, so like, but I don't know. Sierra Leoneans were expecting a comfort, stuff like this, a comfort zone, like the words of Paul Kagame from our president, retired Julius Maada Bio. We are also expecting this kind of stuff. We want you to comfort people. Comfort people. This is a pressing time, a crisis moment. Because people depend on the government. That's why they voted you in. So the expectation is greatly needed from you. So comfort them. Talk to them. You know, some of us that are living outside of Sierra Leone, we know the crisis. How hard is it? How not only Africa, but how it is also affecting a global part of the world. But we need words like sweet words like Paul Kagame, words, a speech that he presented to his people. That's what we did. Comfort the people of Sierra Leone. Our politicians, comfort your people, talk to them. You know. So this is just a concern.